Hello everyone, we are team number 2. In the following video we'll analyze and answer the question of how are we currently repeating a specific economic period or selected aspects from several periods. It can be seen that the economy fluctuates in consequence of many factors such as gross domestic product, interest rates, employment and unemployment, consumer spending, government issues, inflation, exports and imports, as many others. As the time passes, the history changes, but sometimes we, as a society, repeat things from the past.
Considering how today's modern society and politics compare to the 1970s and 1980s, we've decided to point out some of the biggest similarities and differences. Of the differences, we start in the 1970s in the United States of America, where the economy was characterized by high inflation. One of the reasons for this was the oil shocks in 1973 and 1979. Deep institutional changes such as Social Security, unemployment insurance, cost of living adjustments built into wage contracts and so on limited the fall in consumer spending, which made inflation very contagious and hard to control. The inflation caused profits to drop and investments fell. A new instrument of monetary policy was used to control the inflation. This had the unfortunate effect of causing high unemployment, and this was known as the Volcker recession. In comparison, the past 10 years of inflation in the United States of America has been really stable. The price level had a steady increase of less than 5% per year for the last 10 years, with an exception of 2018 when the worldwide crisis hit. Of similarities, in the period we start with 1983 till 1989. In this period, the United States of America became a very unequal society in terms of income. In this 6-year span, the top 1% of wealth holders received 62% of the total gain in wealth. A study released in 2016 from the Economic Policy Institute found that the top 1% of US citizens in terms of income took home 85% of income growth between 2009 and 2013. With Trump as president, the outlook towards even bigger income equality is possible. Trump and Republicans are planning a big tax cut for millionaires and billionaires, arguing that the benefits will trickle down. Another similarity we see today is the geopolitical order. In the 1970s and the 1980s, the Cold War was part of the agenda and the worldwide geopolitical order. In the end of 1978, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan and a communist regime was installed in the country. Today, both Russia and the United States maintain a significant nuclear capability, which remains a rising source of tension as relations fray. Meanwhile, modern forms of intimidations like cyber warfare are also taking hold. Likewise, the threat of North Korea and their nuclear programs is bringing Cold War fears back to the United States of America and Japan.
We are repeating economy mistakes that have already happened before. Like, for example, a lot of economists are waiting for a recession in 2017, just like the ones that have already passed several times before. Now, people are trying to avoid it and economists are trying to warn people about it, but no one will listen. The reason why they are waiting for such a recession in this year, or probably the next one, it's because of the very vulnerable stocks that have been going in the market and the actions of politicians and people who don't care about money management or misbehaving the money, and the government won't manage in the right way the spending and the money supply that they get.
In the interwar period, at the beginning, there were slumps in Europe, but the US was doing great. So great that they loaned some money to Germany so they could pay the war operations. But all that was lost when the Great Depression took place. As we know, society during this event was afraid of investing money, many people lost their houses, and many other goods. In this time, we related with the 2007 mortgage crisis, where people also lost many things, didn't use banks, as they were the main reason of the crisis. They also lost their houses, cars, and some of them nearly everything in order to pay. The government in both had to intervene, set some regulations to stabilize the economy and move forward.